All right, so we've went through all of our phases of the moon, all 8 phases, and now we want to just make one last final connection to the calendar. All right, that's the last little bit. When we look at these pictures, right, we can see we are 8 phases of the moon. When we look at our reference table, we can see that there are about 27.3 days in each moon revolution. So it takes about 27.3 days for the moon to go all the way around the Earth, right? Which is more or less a month, right? 1 month is about 27.3 days, right? And there are about 4 weeks in a month. So the big thing we want you guys to realize is that for each quarter change, right, it takes about a week. So if you look from here, and if we draw some lines in, let's see if I can draw some lines in. Right, if we divide up into quarters, let's change the color so we can see it, and change the thickness so we can see it. Right, if we divide it up into quarters, we can start playing with the calendar. Right. So now I've divided up our picture into quarters. I could do this on any of our pictures, but you can see this is our new moon. The sun's over here. So we go from a new moon to a full moon. We see we have a waxing crescent to a quarter, right? This first quadrant is about 1 week, right? 1 week. It takes about 1 week to go from a new moon to a first quarter, right? We look at the next quarter. We go from a first quarter to a full moon. It takes another week. So to go from a new moon to a full moon takes about 2 weeks. We can then look back up here. We see we have another week, another quarter, and then we have another week, another quarter. So it takes about 4 weeks, about a month, to go through all the phases of the moon. All right. Each quarter change is about a 1 week. So it's about 1 week, 1 week, 1 week, 1 week, for a total of 4 weeks for the moon to go all the way around. And that's our last connection here. So let's just make sure we put that in our notes. And then we are done with our systems for identifying phases of the moon. Whoops, text box. Right, and this 27.3 days is located on our reference table, so you guys can always find that. And we can say that 27.3 days equals about 1 month. The word for the month originally came from this idea that we have a month. It takes about 4 weeks. And it's about because there's different amounts of days in each month, so it's about 4 weeks. And then we can add so that each quarter change is about 1 week. So we can always figure these things out. All right, and that kind of wraps it up with our phase of the moon, the system for figuring out our phases of the moon. Thank you guys.